Why is Reed typing? Why is Reed typing?
I don't know. I don't know. Words to live by.
I know he lives waiting for these moments.
Bro, he's always watching us type. Always watching us chat. He just doesn't say anything.
He's a lurker by trade.
A lurker by trade. Why is this in frisbee?
All right, we're ready. By the way.
All right, tell us when you're live.
He is live.
I am live.
Did you see ChatGPT text in the chat? With that, welcome to Dark Horse League Association, Season 4, Week 8. We're headed down to Luigi's Mansion to watch an interesting game. But with that being said, I'm your host, Austin, here with my co-host.
I'm Nathan.
We are back in the booth together at last.
It is time. It is time to actually do it around the Shrooms segment.
Oh, right
if
now?
I remember correctly.
Right now?
That's on the agenda, right?
I think so.
We can do a quick flyby. You know, we gotta look at the post trade deadline around the Shroom. You know.
Well, I gotta say, I've never seen this many vetoes. People were big mad about these. As all this happened, it was 2 trades. It was 2 trades. One happened. Only one trade happened this deadline.
Yeah, and it's pretty funny to see how the GMs all get riled up about all this. You know, with a ton of trades going off earlier in the season, you know, you would think that there'd be some trades that catch people's eyes, but it just happened to be all of these big trades at the deadline. You know, that kind of got everybody singing, if you will. So.
Well, if you had to grade out this trade, the only trade that ended up happening for the Wigless, Mayhem, and Fury, what would you give the grades for each team?
Oh, I give the Mayhem like they flunked. They didn't make it past week 1 of class. So I would say that it's a pretty bad grade for them. Fury, you know, they didn't really do anything. They kind of just made a new team that was already struggling. So I give them like a B. You know, they get another captain, a little bit different setup. And then the Wigglers, I mean, they got to get an A for this. Giving up Wario and getting just a haul of picks. I mean, they got to get an A plus. So,
I think they got some extra credit. I think that they did even better than that. I think this was a class where the max was 100. I think they got some bonus points throughout the rest of throughout the semester. I think they got 110. I'll be honest. I think
you think they were meeting a teacher after class, huh?
I think that they were. There were no sloppy seconds. They were the first and only. So in every essence of the word, they blew this one out of the water.
Oh yeah, well, you know, the Wigglers slam dunk trade for them. Glad they finally got it worked out after the first one got vetoed. As for the second trade for Toadstool Titans, the one that got vetoed, sucks. Should have done better.
For who?
More for the Titans. You know, I did a little bit of analysis myself, and they could have had 4 picks in a row at the end of the first round.
Oh, so they're the biggest losers for failing to make that happen.
Yes, they are the biggest losers. Should have done a little bit more to convince the rest of the league not to veto. You know, maybe some sloppy seconds, but unfortunately they weren't able to get it done. So,
well, what do you think about Donkey Kong even being on the board?
I mean, it's a pretty bold move. I think it kind of shows where they're headed, because it almost feels like they either think that they can win without him, which obviously even with him they couldn't beat Critter Crew, who looks like the most deadly team, or the other option is they just don't think that they're going to compete, so they're just trying to get rid of what they can, you know. So I don't know. It's a tricky situation for them.
Certainly. It really goes to show the chaos of this league. I mean, with 10 teams, you thought that there was going to be a lot less parity, but now we're looking at coming out of this deadline where, I mean, you saw some things happen. You saw the biggest winner being a team who's quote unquote tanking, but you're still looking at every single team being, barring Fury, being between 6-1 and 3-5. So there's really only a 3-game discrepancy. And if Fall Out Boys fumble this game, then there's only a 3-game difference, really, between these teams. And granted, only 2 games left. These 3-win teams aren't going to be able to catch them, but it's still so much parity. And it really is shocking after seeing a couple seasons in a row where we've had some runaway teams.
Yeah, I think it's the level of the play has evened out a little bit across the board. Still have your top teams, still have your bottom teams, but as you said, the level of play really just kind of even across the board, and each week kind of leaves you guessing as who's going to win. And speaking of, I'm curious to see if Warriors on Warriors is going to be able to take this away from the Fallout Boys.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's take it down to the field. Is we'll see the third appearance of the mansion tonight as we head back to Luigi's Mansion, like I said, for the third time this evening, and a little bit different matchup where you expect the Warriors to be in tank mode, but they just can't stop winning games. And the Fallout Boys, who are doing everything possible to lose every single game they play, just squeak by every single time.
Yeah, I think really what you're seeing from this Warpzone Warriors team is showing a lot of heart. I mean, those players they're competing for a contract next year, right? I mean, these players want to end up on a team making money, and this is how they're going to do it. It's proving that they can play.
Absolutely. Mario not able to get it done there, but does knock the tombstone out of the way. See what that may mean for the rest of the game, but John stepping up, seeing if he can do a little bit better as the fireball comes down, and he's going to be safe at first.
Wow, and you would think Firebro would be immune to the fire, but apparently all that time he spent playing with it doesn't mean that he can't still get burned by it.
Certainly not.
Oh, but then you have I mean, Baby Daisy not able to get anything going.
Fortunate, because on this field, Baby Daisy's had some success. She has a lot of latent power, so keep an eye on Baby Daisy as the game continues, but somebody that has a lot of kinetic energy coming into this game is the starred Hammer Bro.
Yeah. Hammer Bro. You got a big old hammer, got a big old swing to him. And with that star going to be even better, but he's going to just slap hit here. But the ghost comes out of nowhere.
Toad getting haunted out there in right field. A little unfortunate. I mean, Hammerbird not able to take advantage, but it's pretty surprising out there, I'm sure, to have a ghost suddenly appear in your face.
Yeah, well, we are at Luigi's Mansion, and it is known for being a little bit spooky at times. So if you can't tell by the dead grass and monster house behind them over there.
Certainly. Is that a uvula? It's a girl house, right? Oh my.
Are we looking at the front or the back?
Well, Toad makes a great play no matter what side of the house we're looking at.
Yeah.
I was going to say Firebro is one of the early MVP candidates. Firebro and Funky Kong seem to be going band for band as Firebro nearly sends it out in his first at bat here at the Deep Stadium.
Yeah, I will say it shows something that GM Brandon is willing to commit to Firebro even after the letdown of a season he had last year. And I think his commitment to keeping him on his team and going to get him in the draft, even though he didn't have to, is pretty impressive. And the Yoshi's killing it out there in the middle of the field.
Showing something else that's also impressive is just fighting through that fireball and just staying focused and not letting them score any runs despite the hot start that they had with the first 2 on, not letting any runs go by.
Yeah, and you love to see that. I mean, again, this team they're playing with heart out there. Maybe not the most powerful team, but they're gonna try to find a way to get things done out there in the field.
Star Baby Peach not able to get it done though. But the Toad, one of our premier hitters in the last couple seasons, Toads really have stepped up, and that Captain Toad really being one of the chief amongst them.
Yeah, I think and a good double play here by Fallout Boys. Get him off the the field there. So
Going back to those averages, we're going to see Green Dry Bones here in the hole, leading both of these teams with a 720 average. So, really great hitting. His great defense has really become the marquee of both of these teams.
yeah, that great middle infield D there. I mean, those Yoshis, they just get it done. They just find a way to get things done over there. And we're gonna see it again here, but Fire gonna help out.
The item usage has been incredibly clutch from this Fallout Boys team, and Green Boner really showing out here in this game. Well, not offensively, unfortunately.
Yeah, gonna have to work on that commentator timing there.
Of course.
But yeah, I mean, Fallout Boys. I mean, you've been talking about it. They are sitting at the top of the league right now. I mean, they're at 6-1, but they only have a run differential of 3. The next two teams behind them are the Critter Crew and Toadstool Titans at 6-2 and 5-3, with a run diff of 31 and 22 respectively. So
that just flipped with a 10-run difference in that game. So
yeah, and I mean, I think it's just showing kind of that level of play that these teams are at, right? You have just offensive powerhouses and Fallout Boy team that might not be the prettiest, but they find a way to get things done.
Speaking of getting things done, I mean, this Warriors team has locked down the Fallout Boys in this first 2 innings.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive that they've been able to hold the Fallout Boys to 0. And I think that's Gideon there getting on base, the good base hit.
Absolutely, Koopa the Quick, really getting back there, making sure that that's not extra bases. But Sir Hosh keeping things rolling is 2-1 with no outs.
Was that Mr. Shohei down there?
It looked like it, didn't it?
I mean, that in both ways. You love to see it playing both ways. You don't usually see that out of these pitchers, being able to do both at the same time. And oh,
unbelievable! Right. The star being enough to gun down Light Blue Yoshi out there.
Yeah, but he does advance the runners, so it's a pretty huge moment there for Warp Zone Warriors to have runners on second and third. No outs right now.
Great base running to stay close, but Captain Mario not able to get it done. Now you're going to have to lean on John here.
He would have loved to see him to get it out of the infield there. I mean, John, with the Yoshis in general, just not great hitters, but he's going to get it down. And that's going to be the Warp Zone Warriors on the board here early.
John is elevating to a different degree that we've really not seen him play at before. So you're certainly going to be thrilled if you're for our Warp Zone Warriors fans out there.
Yeah, I mean it's a big moment right now for them to be on the board before Fallout Boys, because I mean, if you're looking at this game on paper, you would think Fallout Boys are going to be the first ones to score, a few runs, and Warp Zone Warriors holding them to 0 so far and being able to finally get it together on offense.
We'll see what happens whenever this dangerous, deadly lineup turns back over.
Oh, and massive lineup there for not a whole lot of action.
Well, that seems to be the story of my life. So,
well,
oh no, and the item,
the boo item comes down, and hate to see it.
Now you got him set up once again.
And here's Fire Bro.
See how Sir Hosh is able to navigate this.
Yeah, I mean, your goal here is just, I was going to say, your goal if you're Fire Bro, just get it out of the infield. Get it out there to the outfield. Let Hammer Bro come in. Power Block comes down. No extra bases for Bowser Jr.
Well, he does his job. Fire Bro, a sacrifice fly, will score 1, tie this game. Hard to ask for a whole lot else. Glad that Toad was able to stay focused and make the play.
Yeah, I mean, you love to see it. And Bowser Jr., being a good, solid captain for this team, trying to follow in his father's footsteps and really grow up to be that next big name. And starting here with the
what?
Team. Wait, hold on. Well, I was just talking about him, but
He's absolutely made a fool of out on the base paths with those bananas out there.
yeah, I don't know what that base running was. I don't know why he didn't get on second base there. But I mean, he's here now. He ended up getting saved, so
Steps Koopa the Quick trying to make a play here, and and a great speed defense out there by John, passing to his fellow brethren. But in the third inning, showing a little, I can't call it explosiveness, but a little bit of an offensive awakening here. Possibly the seal being broken for these two teams.
yeah. But I mean, you have to respect the Warp Zone Warriors to holding them only to one there, especially with the way it was looking in the beginning there with runners on the corners and Firebro up. I mean, I'm just impressed that they held them to one. So
It's the navigation that they're doing really well of navigating around this potent lineup. But you just got to be able to see them as that right fielder fires at the second base. You got to keep an eye out on that cannon out there in right field.
yeah, and I mean you're right. They're navigating around. I mean, it's pretty impressive what they're able to do. But I think the biggest thing is just going to be, can they keep it going all the way through the game? And I mean, they have runners on the corners now.
That was a critical item. Let's see if Gideon's gonna be able to do something similar to what he did last time. And he does. That'll
He
at
does.
least score one and set Sir Hosh up for an opportunity to bring some more runs in.
Yeah, I mean, if Sir Hush can just get this out, I mean, it would be pretty huge to go up by multiple runs here. Especially with the way this game has been so far. Slow, grindy, just, one or two runs at a time.
I mean, you know how these teams are.
Oh.
Incredible
Well.
defense. Well, that's what I was about to say is those two are probably going to win Best Duo of the Year this season. Those bros, they've just been electric in shutting down any offensive momentum. But what I was going to say is that they're just so good offensively that one run often just isn't enough, that you got to try to do a little bit more to give yourself some breathing room.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, all it takes, especially if you're playing a team like Fallout Boys, where, I mean, at any point, Fire Bro, Hammer Bro, they can just hit it out of the park, right? So one run, all it takes is one of them just getting good contact on the ball, and all of a sudden the game's tied up. So, like you said, one more breathing room, but they're going to have to work with what they got for now. And what is that that just got taken out by the shell?
Speaking of good chemistry out there, the two Yoshis going to work, locking this down. No runs allowed in the bottom of the fourth. So as we cross the second half of this game, only 3 attempts for either side. Momentum squarely in the favor of this Warp Zone team.
Yeah, and I mean, you hold the Fallout Boys to 0 in that inning. I mean, looking like the Fallout Boys might do something again as Mario again struggles to get on base. So that puts them at 0-3 now. But the Fallout Boys, I mean, they're trying to make this game as close as they can, like they always do.
You know how it goes for this team. They're going to play up and down with whoever they have. And a crazy error by Barnes.
Oh,
and Sean's
no.
going to head to 2.
Yeah, that's going to put John.
Oh.
I mean, in the Yoshis, with as much speed as they had, I mean, as long as the ball just gets out of the infield, there's a potential for a. Whoa! And John goes back.
Probably smart with the star that Hammer Bro has. They get that back to the infield fast. But Abe's getting tired out there, and Star, Baby Peach comes up, the perfect item placement to get Baby Daisy on and prevent the end of the inning.
And error by Fire Bro, or not an error, but he just missed it.
A missed time is the perfect hit as he jumps too early and gets punished by the banana. And that scores another, as Warp Zone scores another to put it up 3-1. And there goes Abe.
And there goes Abe. Yeah, he's out of the game. So, yeah, bring in little BJ. I mean, he's going to have to do something special here to close this game out and stop these runs. Especially with Toad up, a good little blue single guy. And the Ghost, that's going to be at least 1, maybe 2. Oh, Baby Peach decides to come back. Probably smart there. Wow.
This inning just can't end. As another run crosses his Toad with a clutch double here. The inning, lineup turns over. See if Dawson can try to get anything going here.
Gonna need to, as he can't see while he swings and causes him to miss there. And
and
another miss by Fire Bro.
And Toad's
And it's
going
number
home.
2.
Oh my goodness!
My gosh. I mean, you talked about it. The Warzone Warriors finding a little bit of life, and finally they explode here on offense. Just single after single, death by 1,000 cuts out here.
Dawson, the veteran, showing what he's got. He's kept close by Lil BJ, but I mean, this is what we saw the last time that we saw this team lose. The Fall Out Boys only have one loss, and it came in a loss that looked a lot like this, where the defense just stuffed them, and the offense just took advantage of them. Like you said, death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, and you talked about Dawson, the veteran. I mean, some people have talked about him on his way out of the league. So I'm glad to see him back in it, still showing that he's got it still. And I hope to see him continue to return throughout the rest of the season. But, I mean, if you're looking at this, though, you have a pretty scary lineup coming up with Hammer Bro, Lil BJ, Fire Bro. So,
I mean, this is your impact inning as Hammer Bro gets
it.
all of that one.
It's exactly what you needed to start.
No question about that one. Hammer Bro gets every single bit of this ball. And even the star pitch, just not enough as Hammer Bro sees that one from a mile away.
Yeah, he found a way to get it out, and that's what you needed to start this inning, right? Just get something going, maybe get Sir Hosh out of there, and see if you can get anything to happen. But I would argue that Sir Hosh coming out might be a deficit, because then you have Mario coming in, and he's a pretty good reliever.
Certainly. It's hard to be too frustrated with the performance you've seen from Sir Hosh thus far, but that's been leaned on by great infield defense. But just got to keep getting out of this inning. I mean, it's only one run, and you're still up 4. You just got to limit the damage best you can.
Yeah, I mean, and that's it. That's what. Oh, but not the double though.
You would love to see the double play there, but they still get Fire Bro out.
Yeah, and I think I think the reason he didn't throw it there is it looked like Lil BJ might have been sliding for the ankles of the light blue Yoshi over there. So maybe a little bit of dirty play coming from the Fall Out Boys team now that they're kind of scrapping at the bits.
Oh, what a crazy error! But maybe Pete just holds it, just kind of daring Lil BJ to head home. But that's going to be it for Sir Hosh as Mario, the fireballer, steps in against Darkbones.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty big moment. I mean, you gotta let Mario get you out of this, but it's not a good start.
All right, runners on the corner. I mean, this could be a lot worse. You still have double play opportunity, but you would have loved Light Blue Yoshi to make the play there.
Yeah,
I mean, if you think if John's standing on second, that he makes that play.
Yeah, and I think what this means though is that you got the tying run at the plate right now. Granted it might not be the biggest hitter, but
Woo!
getting him out at first.
Gunn barely gets him out.
And this guy right here, Green Dry Bones, he can definitely tie this up right now with just a good hit, but
unable
to get it out. But the Fall Out Boys team, they made a little bit of a difference that inning, and that's kind of what they needed. Just get the bats rolling and carry that into the next couple of innings. So
just keep chopping away. But 2 innings to go. This was the explosion in the 5th inning that we've been waiting for. But Light Blue Yoshi is not ready for this explosion to be over with.
Speaking of explosion out there, Koopa Flag Koopa the Quick out there getting blown up after he throws it.
We'll see what Mario's able to do. Great take. Not an all-star, but an all-star level take as he slaps that one and finally gets a base hit.
Yeah.
That muffs the ball, but I don't think that's going to be graded as an error. I think that was going to be a single regardless.
Yeah, great little blooper hit there. 1 for 4 now, and and a great power block. And Mario's trying to pass up Blue Yoshi on the bases.
He was ready to go all the way home if he could.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, bases loaded now, but not really a great part of your lineup. You love to see these players just get on base right now.
Baby Daisy's charging up, trying to end it all with one swing of the bat. Oh, but double play, but they'll still bring another across. That's an insurance run right there.
And they have one that they have a runner at third. And this is little BJ gone. Hammer Bro in.
And they don't have the pitching depth. That's the biggest complaint you have about this team is they just do not have depth in the pitching space. And Hammer Bro being in, that you lose the shortstop range that you have with the hammer throw. But we'll just see if that means anything in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, it's not great for Fall Out Boys, but I think that, you know, the fact that he only has to do 1 inning, I mean, that's 3 outs that they have to get. So I think it's definitely doable. And Light Blue Yoshi making a reach for that one.
They're just trying to end this game. I mean, they're counting the outs. There's only 5 to go, and this is a Warp Zone Warriors victory. And if they're able to get it done, what a victory to be had.
Yeah, against the Fall Out Boys team would be impressive to say the least.
This is a tested Fall Out Boys team that they have walked off several times. I think 2 times that they've walked off. So they've been in this situation before. They're not afraid of us being down.
Well, and that's not good. Hammy Bro getting out there. I think, you know, I was just about to ask a question is, would you rather this batting order keep going or Hammer Bro get out so that you have a solid chance with Lil BJ and Fire Bro up after this inning?
There's a lot of potency. I mean, many people have talked about how there's so much of a reliance on Hammer and Fire Bro, but there's a lot of potent hitters later in the lineup. If they can get it going, I'm not even worried about that part. So,
yeah.
But it looks like they're pretty confident in having Hammer Bro on the mound here.
Yeah, well, that's a great hit by Dawson there, getting a good piece of that all the way to the wall out there.
He may not get MVP, but Dawson has been an absolute playmaker for this team.
For sure, he's definitely held it down. And now you have Gideon up here.
This part of the lineup just has been hugely impactful in keeping this game, you know, just connecting. I mean, this part of the game, they've already done their job. They've already given them the 7-4 lead. So anything that you're getting from here is just bonuses. Oh my, Lil BJ showing the range.
Wow, what a play out there. Your captain stepping up there whenever he needed to, because if he doesn't get that, I mean, that's a potential run or 2 that Warp Zone can score. And I mean, we kind of alluded to it. It all comes down to these 3 outs right here. So
to answer the question that was posed in the GM group, yeah, light blue and blue should have chemistry.
Well, I don't think that they did on that last hit, but it's something that we'll have to investigate after the game and make sure about. But
Firebro stepping up, a chance to be a hero, or maybe just play safe.
Bring this game within 1 if he can. Great pow block, but it is going to keep little BJ at second.
Maybe Peach with the star may have been the difference. The speed to just barely get there in time. Without the star, I don't know if she gets there. I think that ball rolls all the way to the wall.
Yeah, and that would have put little BJ on third at least. Ooh, and that drops fair, but then the shell comes down, and that's going to score 1, and all of a sudden you have the winning run at the plate. So
this is a scary batter. Dark Bones, I mean, he's not had the same level of power that you've seen in previous seasons, but he's still one of the best hitters in this game. I mean, this is still a scary, scary batter to have coming up with no outs.
Yeah, and a good base hit from him there.
Oh, no.
And the ghost comes down, and she misses the buddy toss. Oh, but there's the buddy toss right there. Ooh, hold Abe at third.
It's the tying run on third.
Tying run on third, winning run on first. I mean, Warp Zone Warriors have got to lock this down from here on out. They cannot let anything out of the infield.
Oh, and they don't!
Oh!
Wow! They get
What a heads-up play by John!
Who else but John?
And, oh no, but it's not over yet. Light Blue Yoshi not able to make the play there.
but this is the weakest part of their lineup. Is Green Dry Bones gets hit safely on as Barnes and Mayo being two of the worst hitters in the league. So you're gonna have to see some real heroics from them as Barnes gets hold of that one.
Crunching it, but it is still in the park. Baby Peach makes a play, and that's it. That is the game.
Real, a classic as Baby Daisy makes the out after Baby Peach gets hosed by that shell. That chemistry out there showing its worth is the Warriors
Wow.
are able to squeak by the Fallout Boys at Luigi's Mansion 7-6. We nearly saw it again. We nearly saw the Fallout Boys escape one more time, but somehow, some way, the Warriors win.
The Warriors take it away. And that is just and of course no one else other than John. I mean, I think the most critical play was at the end there, gunning Abe out on third base after making the catch in the infield. I mean, that is the most critical thing, because if you don't do that, then that's a sac fly to tie the game up, and then who knows what comes in after that. So, I mean, John, an excellent play out there by him. Just absolutely killing it.
An absolute amazing way to end week 8. I mean, this was at times, some thought this was going to be a snooze fest. I mean, even that Critter Crew Toadstool Titans game didn't get hot until late. So really an exciting slate of games today. I was going to say the only real blowout was Dreamboat and Mayhem. And even that one had some exciting fireworks at the first half of that game. So really a great slate of games. Makes you excited for how this season is going to conclude. But I mean, as we look, John clearly deserved this one, but Toad followed him up with a great performance as well.
Toad, I think, had a little bit of a sneaky performance out there, just consistently hitting and playing good defense out there. I mean, just great play from both of those, but I think John definitely made more of those flashy plays and definitely deserves this MVP.
Absolutely. It's just unbelievable the level of play that we're able to see from them as they just elevate. They were able to elevate when it mattered most. And I mean, in a league like this, it's individual games that matter so much in determining everything. And whether you're going to keep competing, is the Warriors are going to really be able to elevate their stock, and whether they wanted to or not, are going to be in the hunt to make the postseason.
Yeah, and I think Fallout Boys here, I mean, you're looking at, they came into this game, it should have been a little bit of an easy win, and I think you're seeing some of that season 3 Fire Bro woes that they had. I mean, just not doing anything this game, but I mean, additionally, you got the Green Dry Bones and the Mies just not stepping up like they should have. And I think that they're going to have some real questions about their lineup moving forward, about how they want to make adjustments and what they want to do moving forward as they head for the playoffs.
I mean, it's going to be really interesting, especially as we think about, like, with the 1 seed, the overall 1 seed, because Critter Crew and Fallout Boys, they don't play against each other. So it'll come down to run diff. So suddenly, Fallout Boys is staring down the barrel of not even earning the overall 1 seed, despite how good they've been all season. So this loss is just painful, as Critter Crew is, they're flying at 6-game win streak. It's hard to feel like they're not the overall best team in the league right now.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we're gonna see the implications of that as we move into the playoffs. And I think we're gonna have a pretty exciting final push for the playoffs. As a lot of these teams are tied right now, and there's a few teams still in the hunt. So it'll be a fun end of the season for sure.
Certainly. But with that being said, we thank you for tuning in to watch a barn burner. It's really an awesome game here as we conclude week 8 of season 4. We hope to see you next week as we take on week 9 and see what teams are going to finally make that final push to qualify for postseason, as Fury is out. Fallout Boys and Critter Crew are in. and everybody else has still got to earn their place at the table. With that being said, I've been your host, Dawson. Here with my co-host.
I've been Nathan.
And we will see you next time.